What's the word? What's the word? What's the mother word, man? Tap in. Today we're here to talk about this Nolan Wells case and why the parents have not turned over this cell phone to law enforcement. Y'all get in here, bro. Like, comment, subscribe. Do that for your boy. Do that for your boy. Do that for your boy. Now, if you know and if you don't know, this Nolan Wells case has pretty much been spun around, flipped, slipped, and everything you can name under the sun, bro. And we still have no answers, for the public. Maybe behind the scenes they have a little more answers, but the mother and the father and the lawyer claiming that they haven't got any answers in this situation. You feel me? And part of that to why we have no answers is because this cell phone has not been turned over to law enforcement. Now, let's get the story behind this cell phone. You feel me? Cell phone did not get returned, quote unquote, willingly to the mother. It said that said phone was left on the boat, was later transported in a truck. The mother found it through tracking, asked about it, and received it. So, when the mother received the phone, she insinuates that messages have been deleted because there's no contact on July 4th, which, hey, is her right to do. You feel me? And with that being said, with the messages she felt like was already deleted, whatever, and then other people being familiar with the case that are familiar with other people in the case, their side of things is we don't feel comfortable handing this phone over to individuals who didn't even find the phone, and we already feel like the phone has been tampered with. In order for us to hand this phone over, we want stipulations behind it. And the stipulations behind it is pretty much they want to be joint at the hip pretty much while the FBI and law enforcement pretty much go through this phone and get deleted messages, whatever the case may be. What I find interesting is the parents said that they want only a certain time frame to be analyzed. And we all know in a case, bro, you can't say just this time frame led up to what was going on. This could be something that, was from years ago, whatever the case may be. And it's like, you can't put a time limit on where the evidence is. That's weird to me. Why would y'all request that? You feel me? Like, I get it, you trying to save him, but what you trying to save him for? He's no longer here. He is who he is, and what happened is what happened. Let the truth come out. And this is why we come on this channel, bro, and we give our synopsis of the whole scenario, not just what we want it to be. You feel me? Law enforcement couldn't find that phone, which is weird. Like, bro, it's weird that this phone was left on the boat, quote unquote, and went into a car and never made it home, and no one ever reported that this boy was missing, but they got his phone. That's weird as hell. What else is weird in this situation? We still don't know who was the last person to really see this man on the island and see him alive, bro. Who was that person? You feel me? Like, we don't know who that is. Now, Officer Tatum has been out here interviewing these young gentlemen that were, quote unquote, on the boat, and they are saying that they pretty much answered all the questions that everyone needed them to answer. They haven't been hiding from anything. But if you guys had that phone off that boat and took it somewhere, anybody who had that phone off that boat and took it somewhere, why would y'all take his phone and not tell his folks that he not there? And then keep the phone on top of that, not on top of not telling him that he not there, if everything is so innocent. You feel me? Like, that makes no sense to me. Now, this is the information that I got. You feel me? I could be wrong, but this is the information that's circulating around on the internet. You feel me? That's all we can go on. Now, weird shit on both ends, bro. I don't know, bro. I feel like this is some real live forensic file shit, because I just honestly feel like there has to be someone that's seen this man he was the last person on the island and that seen him. You feel me? Because y'all saying y'all left him with the girl. The girl saying, nah, they weren't talking that long. You feel me? Everybody acting like they wasn't really around the kid. You feel me? He wasn't around nobody, but it was a whole island full of people, but wasn't nobody really around him. He just stayed there on his own because wasn't nobody really around him dealing with him. Like, who was dealing with kinfolk when the people on the boat left? Unless they left with him on the boat, but then the girl didn't say they left on the boat, so it don't make sense, bro. We need more information on the case before we can give our conclusion, bro. And what we doing is keeping this update about what we got going on, because we see people talking about this, we see people talking about that, but what does the actual information show? And that's what we going off. Y'all get down up. Get down up. Get down in them comments and let me know what y'all think, man. Y'all think Nolan Wells was in a situation to where he tripped out and, you know, some miraculous incident happened, you feel me? Or do y'all think this was foul play involved, you feel me? Like I said, I'm in the middle. The shit with the cell phone does not make it any better. Y'all let me know what y'all think about the cell phone as well. Do you think the mother hiding it makes her look guilty? Do you think the kids hiding it making them look guilty? Do you think law enforcement not being able to locate this phone while it was on land makes them look a certain way? Y'all let me know, because this shit is getting juicy, bro. Guess what I'm going to do to the end, though? I'm going to holler. You heard me.